Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome one, welcome all. Let me know if you're hearing me loud and clear in the chat. And of course, we're here for the Diamond League stop in Eugene, Oregon. Let us know where you're tuned in from, all right, as we bring you live updates as to what is happening there in Eugene. Also, let me know the athletes you're looking forward to seeing in the events as they unfold. And on that note of welcome, hello, Javi, how are you?
Hello, I am here. How are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. And who are you looking forward to seeing?
Well, it's going to be a TikTok day with lots of great athletes. I'm looking forward to seeing Kishane, and I'm also looking forward to seeing Tina in that 100 meters as well. All the events are pretty interesting, to be honest. The likes of Shakari, I haven't seen much of her throughout the season, so looking forward to her as well. And Bree, not Bree, but Juju. Julian Alfred. Looking forward to see how, the top athletes in the 100 meters match up against each other. So my primary, viewing will be focused a little bit on the 100 meters, but lots of great athletes out there who are going to come in and do their best, I'm sure. Who are you looking forward to seeing?
Just about one. So that's the situation. And in a little bit, guys, I'm just going to bring you on screen there because the 400-meter hurdles. All right, that's coming up right now in a little bit. So I'm going to try and get that on screen for you. So, Avi, if you could just keep us going while I just get that set up, that would be fantastic.
Okay, I just want to take time out to welcome each and everyone who is here. We're really happy to have you here on this Diamond League stop here in Eugene, Oregon, United States. And this one is in the USA, so a lot of the US athletes are going to come out. Nike being the sponsor there too. The Nike athletes will be definitely there up and representing. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do once you're here, please make sure you close the chat from earlier. Hit that like button, hit that subscription button, invite a friend over as well. So let us just do the basics first so that when as we get into the meat and the thick of things, we can, be able to focus mainly on what is happening on the track, so to speak. So remember, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscription button. Continue to help us to grow. We have a safe space here where we're able to talk about different stuff, different events, and we respect each other, and that's what we want to maintain. If that is something that you like, that is something that you buy into, that is our vision and philosophy. So we want you to join
All
in
right,
with that.
Ovi, just to get in there to let you know that the race is on. So, guys, you can just follow along on screen there. You will see the athletes moving over the hurdles, and that is what we'll be able to show you. So, as you can see there, I don't want to spoil it. Just watch along on screen. Back over to you.
Yes, guys, so continue to stick and stay as the information is loading up there. Just want to say welcome to Tafara and Namara. Welcome, 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 welcome. Tafara is saying good luck to the African team, and Namara is saying hello, good listeners, good evening as Ugandan time. All right, good. So the race is coming up. They're heading over. Yes. So let's watch that loading up
All right,
there.
so as you can see on screen there, the Santos taking this one 46.65 season best, all right. And Ray Benjamin 46.71. All right, Nathaniel of Nigeria 47.88. Trevor 48.29. Samba 4876, CJ 4958, Assini 4989, Alessandro 51-7, and Malik James King there 52-1. All right, so in a little bit of it, I'll just ask you if you can to just take us through that race. So in a little bit, I'll just pop over to you in that context. But again, welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. Let us know where you're tuned in from. All right, and as we get this one going, please hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and let us just continue to grow stronger together. We're over 100. Come on, 100 people. Just close the X and hit that thumbs up button right now. Come on. Easiest way to support us is by liking, subscribing, sharing. And if you want to get super in the chat, then you can definitely do that. So, welcome, Namara. Happy to have you here. Always been here. Kwame. No, Kwame. That one is coming up. We ain't gonna miss that one. All right, for sure. We ain't gonna miss that one. All right, so again, welcome. So, guys, let us we're waiting on the 100 meters, we're waiting on 100 likes before that race comes up in a little bit. All right, so I can definitely let you know that this 400 meters hurdles was definitely a fantastic one. Ovi, quickly over to you. Could you just give us a quick update of that race? All right, not hearing from Ovi just yet, but just to let you know that Ray Benjamin and Dos Santos, they were pretty much somewhat ahead there, and pretty much neck and neck at one point. And Dos Santos, the Brazilian, happened to get the better there of Ray Benjamin in that one. All right, you asked about it. You know what's coming up next is definitely going to be, let me see if I can figure this out for you guys. All right, this is the next event on the track, and definitely something that we're looking out for. All right, so we have the 100 meters for men comes up in just about 3 minutes. So I hope that we're at 100 likes. So let us know where you're tuned in from. Hit that like button, and of course, hit that subscription button for sure. All right. So let us just continue to grow stronger together. We're doing the best we can to ensure that you are updated. All right. Lavender, welcome. All right. So as you can see, Lavender, things are happening. All right. So the next event it's really right now. So in lane one, we should see Jeremiah Azu. All right, and Jeremiah comes in with 10:17. All right, season best. Next in lane two, Kennedy of Australia, season best 9:98. In lane three, we have Jamaican Akeem Blake, comes in with a season best time of 9:88. Then we have Christian Coleman in four. Coleman comes in with 10:06 season best. Kishane Thompson of Jamaica. Kishane comes in with 9:75 season best and the world leading time. All right. And then Trayvon Brummel. All right. He had the former world leading time, comes in with a season best of 9:84. Zarnell of Great Britain comes in with a season best time of 10:05. Brandon Icklin of the US comes in with a season best time of 9:93, and Bayanda of South Africa comes in with a season best time of 9:94. All right, so guys, let me know in the chat, who do you believe is going to take this one? And will Kishane better the world leading time 975. We'll definitely see what happens in this one for sure. I am not seeing any new comments in the chat, so let me just refresh here because just sometimes we don't get to see what is in there. But guys, come on. 20 persons to hit that subscription button and 20 persons to hit that like button. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And Ovi, I don't know if you have any quick, 9 seconds talk that you'd like to give us. If you're still here, Garmel, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, come on, guys. We're almost. Errol is in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's getting hot in here, and Garmel is saying a newer lead is expected, and all things being equal, and it's not too windy there. Hopefully. All right, George. Hello,
So
Esther. Welcome. All right, over to you, Ovi.
yeah, you want me to be as quick as the race. I tell you, it's going to be a humdinger. This one is going to be a huge race. And I'm sure Kishan wants to stamp his authority on the 100 meters, right in the backyard of the, Noah Lyles and the other US athletes. So I think he's going to come out to run a statement race to show that I am king of the 100 meters. So, guys, make sure you're locked in and ready for this one.
All right, fantastic. And George is tuning in from Kenya. So, hello to everyone tuned in from Kenya. So happy to have you guys here with us. All right, and we're definitely waiting for this one. Again, we have Jeremiah, Kennedy, Akeem, that's Blake, Christian, all right, Kishane, Trayvon, Zarnel, Brandon, and Bayanda. Who will win this one? Let me know in the chat. Come on, guys. Let me know in the chat. We're over 200 strong. Hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and look at my friend, John Leone. All right, tuned in all the way from you know where, St. Lucia, Juju, Juju, and Juju. All right, that race comes up a bit later. All right, Camelia, welcome. And Camelia is saying Kishane will take this 972. And let me tell you, the meeting record is 980. And that meeting record is held by the Jamaican Steve Mullins, all right, in June of 2011. All right, so just to let you know that bit of information too. So they say track town. I guess track country goes to track town. And Garmel is saying Bramel looked too good to be true. All right, we'll see. He had the former world lead in time, so we'll definitely see. And as you can see, guys, the race is on screen. And I'm talking just a little bit too much, but I won't talk you out of it. And there you go. And I told of you about this race, 985. And what did I say to you, Ovi? In number 2 spot there, 991, Zarnel Trayvon, 994. All right. Icklin, 998. Blake, 1003. Bayanda, 1004. Coleman, 1006. And then we have here Kennedy, 1007. And Azul there, 1020. In a little bit of it, I'm just going to come over to you for you to take us through the race there. All right, I'll ask you to do that in a little bit. Or are you ready to do that? Let me know. Whenever you're ready, you just come on in. All right, guys. So 985, and I went to Obi that I think is going to be a 9-8 race. All right, so I'm just seeing Namara's comments coming in. You got that, Kishane, right? For sure. Zarnel there in the number 2 spot. All right. And again, welcome, OBT. Welcome, welcome. And there we have it there on screen for sure. All right. Fantastic, fantastic. And that is good. in the context of Kishin, not trying to run, I guess, any time right now. You did what you did, and is in definitely good shape, good form. And Zarnel used there running a season best time 991. So that's fantastic. That's definitely. Are you ready for us, Avi?
Yes, a brilliantly executed race by Kishen, and he wasn't pushed. I would say he had it won from about 50 meters. He pulled away from the rest of the field and was in cruise mode. So a brilliant run there by Kishen. He looks really, really good, and this is a big statement race, as I was saying before, going into the backyard of the U.S. athletes and beating them quite comfortable, I would say. He's saying that I am here and I am the boss of the 100 meters right now. So that's pretty much how things went. I was thinking that he would be taking the meeting record, but not this time. But a comfortable run for him. Back over to you.
Fantastic, and indeed, that looked to be a nice, as you mentioned, he wasn't pushed, and so there wasn't any urgency or need to run a faster time in that, but a really decent, good time, all right, in that context. So, welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here. Roy Land, welcome. And Royland is saying, generally speaking, the times will go down as the World Games get nearer. Not on this occasion, Kishini 981. All right, so 985 there. Eco, welcome. And Namara is asking about Christian Coleman. Like, Christian equal this season best time 10:06. So he was back in the number 7 spot there. And sprint track. All right, you're there in the chat. And can somebody tell me in the chat how many likes are on that one? And let's just take a look at what is still to come in this one. Again, welcome one, welcome all. If you're just tuning in, all right, we're just going to get to the next event on the track, which is going to be the 5,000 meters for women. And we are going to watch that event on screen as it unfolds. So if you have been here, you know what that means. So this is going to take 14 plus, to get through. So we'll watch this one on screen together and we'll come in at the different moments to just update you. So for example, at about 500 or 1,000 meters, we'll definitely do that. But let's take a look at the lineup. All right, we have Ekaleli, all right, of Kenya, Fortien, Ethiopia, Mercedes, Ethiopia, Asayek, Ethiopia, Winnie of the US, all right, Margaret of Kenya. This looks like Yenawa of Ethiopia, Maureen of Kenya, Janet of Kenya, Constance of Germany, Caroline of Kenya, and Ainadis of Ethiopia, Martha of Ethiopia. Then we have Jebet of Kenya, Fante of Ethiopia, Irut of Ethiopia, Bawiki of Ethiopia, Gudaf of Ethiopia, Berke of Ethiopia, Caroline of Kenya, Medina of Ethiopia, Tisige of Ethiopia, Beatrice Shebet of Kenya, and then we have the Pacers, Darkus and Claudia. All right, so we'll definitely watch this one on screen. All right, so this is the event that is going, and we're going to see that on screen in a little bit as they hit certain marks for this one. So we'll definitely watch this one together And I am going to just come on over in the chat there. And as you can see, 400 meters there, Claudia. All right. And the paces there leading out in this one. So we'll just keep an eye on that race in the chat. All right, on screen. And I'll just come on over in the chat in a little bit just to see, what's happening in the chat for sure, because, we like to keep this very interactive. So if you're new to this channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that like button, hit that subscription button. Don't be afraid. If you're into this, we have been here. So you want to ensure that you subscribe and turn on your post notification, all right, button so that you don't miss any updates. All right, so I'm just looking in the chat here. Yes, Eco, these are today's results. Kwame, welcome. Roberta, which race? Kishane, if that's the race you're talking about. And Garmel is saying that record, all right, needs to go. And Namara there answering. And as you can see, guys, the athletes, 800-meter mark there, hit on screen. All right. And Tech 254, welcome Beatrice all the way for this 5,000 meters. All right. No Eco, the women's event is up in a few minutes or at least within an hour or so, but not yet. All right. And Bernard, Julian, we giving them 10-6-4. Lucia, pressure. Soup. You need to say what in the chat. Pressure. All right. So, yes, guys. But, guys, I am not happy. We're over like 200 heading on, and we're not yet at 50 likes. So close the X at the top of the chat and just hit that thumbs up button. And Namare is saying, I think, all right, Beatrice of Kenya is going to take this one. KJ, welcome. So come on, guys. Let's keep going. Hit that subscription button. Hit that subscription button. Come on, we need the subscriptions as we head on our way to 10K. Elisha, welcome. All right, welcome. And that looks to be the Kenyan flag there. So welcome. And thank you for liking, KJ. Come on, guys, run up the likes. Let me see the likes just get to 100 right now, and run up the subscription button as well. Really appreciate the love and the support. All right, so help us to get to where we want to be so that we can bring you bigger and better programming. And Garmel is saying, come on, everyone, like up the chat. That is definitely important. So, as we see there at the 1,600 meters mark on screen, all right, we have Shebet there, Godaf, Jebet, Medina, Berkey. All right, so the top 5 there at the moment. All right, so you'll definitely see that going on screen there for sure. Come on, guys, we need about 40 more likes to get to 100. We shouldn't be begging you for likes, man. Hit the like button, hit the subscription button. Easiest ways to support is by liking and subscribing. So thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Really appreciate it. All right, and let us just keep growing stronger together. All right, so 1 Coco, that's a full basket. All right, so hit that like button, hit that subscription button. We should be at 200 likes minimum because we're over 200 here. So let's just continue to grow stronger. So they hit the 2,000 mark, and Beatrice, Godaf, Jebet, Burke, Medina. All right, so the top 5 somewhere there-ish. All right, so again, welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. Let us just continue to grow stronger together. All right, we're looking for likes and subscriptions. All right, so we perhaps need about 22 more to get to the 100 mark. Come on, guys, let's do it. We have the numbers to do it. All right, Ovi, I'm jumping over to you. Welcome, Charity. Fingers crossed for Beatrice Chebet. All right, not hearing
Yes,
from Ovi.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm
Fantastic.
here. Just, I just want us to set a record, guys, to see how fast we can get to that 100 likes. So if you here, you haven't hit the like button yet, please close the chat, hit that like button, hit the thumbs up button, whatever you call it. Make sure you subscribe, turn your post notification on so we can continue to follow these athletes as they head around for the Diamond League. So we really want you to stick and stay here with us. We want you to be a part of the family because you make this space a bit more unique. So we would definitely want you to be here with us. If you are a new subscriber and you want us to know we could give you a warm voices in education, welcome. So drop that in the chat if you're new to the channel. Let us know what you're thinking about this channel as well. Give us that in the chat. And most of all, tell us who you're looking forward to see. We just saw the 100 meters males, and that was a great one there. Kishane taking that one. And, let me add as it relates to that 100 meters race, the top four athletes run sub 10 times, and that's really good. So it's going to be a good competition for the 100 meters males at the world championship. So we want to watch these athletes as they continue to go through their program. So let's see how that works. So, but guys, just keep us afloat, keep us engaged in the chat. We love to hear from you. Share your views, on what is happening. And guys, we're begging you for the support. If you're here, you haven't hit the like button, you haven't hit the subscription button, do that for us, please, so that we can continue to grow. We want your support and we crave your support, and we definitely love interacting with you as we watch this one continue to unravel. Make sure you're keeping the chat busy. I'm coming back over to you, my co-host.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And on that note, we see that the athletes, they've hit that 3,000-meter mark. Chebet there in the number one spot. Gudaf in the number two spot. Jebet follows. Then Medina followed by Burke. So they round out the top five there. And as you can see, going now to the 3,200-meter mark. So just about there and going beyond that. All right. So we're definitely keeping an eye on that for sure. Again, welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. And I am looking in the chat there. Namara is saying Shakari is going to win on home soil. The 100 meters for women. Mindset. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Eco is saying Julian Alfred is unbeatable. All right. And Ibra, welcome. Shemet and Team Kenya, all the best. All right, Sports Circle. Blessings and blessings to you too. Thanks for being here. And Mindset is saying it was a fast race. Was hoping Blake had a better race for sure. Anne Marie, welcome. And who won the 100 for men? Kishane Thompson. All right. So we're definitely waiting for the women's 100 meters for sure. Daphne is saying Kishane all the way. Welcome, Daphne. All right, so we're here, guys. We're still not yet at 100 likes. Come on, come on, come on. What are you waiting for? Come on, hit that like button, hit that subscription button. And as we see 3,600 meters, we have Beatrice followed by Gudaf, then Jabet, then Medina. Now in the number five spot, Caroline. All right, so you'll see the remaining athletes there on screen. So there you have it with the top five. All right, welcome. Lock Raven. Are you guys going to attempt the 4x4 women's at the USA Championships? I don't get that. You mean the Jamaican team? And I need to get some updates too on the men team. They're going to do a run for it today, the 4x100, that is, the Jamaican team. Come on, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscription button. Let us continue to grow stronger together. All right, so 4,000-meter mark. Chebet there in the number 1 spot. Godaf next. Jebet, all right, follows. Then Medina, Caroline there in the number 5 spot. All right, so they're getting closer to that 5,000-meter mark. All right, guys, I see you do it with the likes. Let's keep going. Thank you so much. Let's keep hitting that subscription button. And let's keep going. It's a vibe. All right. Also, drop your country. So, the name of your country along with the flag in the chat. All right. Drop it. Roll call, roll call. Over 200 of us here. Where are you tuning from? 4,400 meters. Chebet is in the number 1 spot there. Godaf follows. Then Jebet, followed by Medina. Then Caroline. So we're getting closer and closer. 4,500-meter mark. Look at Beatrice there. All right, let me know. Stella. All right, 5K. Chebet all the way. Miss Chin, welcome. Welcome. In a little bit, Miss Chin. All right, so here we go. 4,600 meters. Beatrice Chebet. All right, so let's see here. The Americans, I'm not even sure. Zarnel Hughes was in second. I'm just talking from memory here. Kishane won. And yeah. All right, 4,700. I know Coleman was down in the number 7 spot. All right, 4,800. Beatrice, Godaf, Javette. All right. Let's see what happens here. Less than 200 to go. Beatrice, Jebet, Godaf. All right. So we see there. So final checks happening. And let me tell you, those three, Beatrice, Jebet, and Godaf, they pretty much separated themselves from the rest of the field. But look at that, 13:58.06. And it's a world record, a Diamond League record, and a meeting record. Way to go, Beatrice Chebet. Are there any Kenyans in the chat? Come on. We have a world record, a Diamond League record, a meeting record. We were wondering, will Beatrice go under the 14? We don't need to wonder anymore. Look at your screen. I am wondering, do we have any Kenyans in the chat right now? Show up and show off. This is your time to celebrate. Where are the Kenyans? All right, and in the number 2 spot, Jebet of Kenya with a PB 140129. Godaf, all right, in the number 3 spot of Ethiopia, 140441. And then we have Margaret, 143034, Caroline, 143045. And you'll see the remaining times populating on your screen there. And Chebet, fantastic there, a fantastic run. And let me tell you, and what a way to smash, destroy the world record, Beatrice Chebet. And let me tell you, And Eco, I can see you there, living in Jamaica, living in New York. John Doe, Shebet wins. Yes. And Shebet there from Eco. Congratulations, Team Kenya from Charity and Eton. And all right, John Doe. Stella, all right, there. Kennedy, I see the Kenyan flag. C.I. Ilton, welcome. No surprise for me. Well done, Kenyans. And this looks like Mebo. Hannah, congratulations. All right, to Beatrice Chebet for breaking the world record, the Diamond League record, the meeting record. Fantastic. And Charity, I'm a very happy Kenyan. You should be. Hooray. Roger, welcome. I am from Guyana watching Chebet really ran a great race from behind. Not really from behind. Perhaps she passed the other athletes there on the track. Good win, absolutely there, Roger. Endrita, go Kenya! We're here, fantastic, and Stella there with the Kenyan flag. So come on, Kenyans and other members of the world. You need to show up in the chat. Hit the like button, hit the subscription button, and let's just go down to look at the other athletes and their times in this race here. All right, so just take a look there. And what a fantastic run from Shebet. All right, that's a brilliant run. Only the neighbor here. All right, Namara there of Uganda. All right, fantastic. So, guys, as we get closer to that 300 mark in terms of us here being on this live, we're kind of asking you to hit the subscription button as we continue to grow stronger together. All right, definitely a phenomenal young lady there, Eco. I can agree with that. And let's get the likes up to 200. All right, let's get the likes up to 200. All right, we can definitely do that. But again, look at this fantastic time from Beatrice Shabet of Kenya. 13:58:06, world record, Diamond League record, meeting record. Tell me now, isn't it a wonderful feeling to be here with us and experiencing this here with us? All right, let us know in the chat and show us some love by hitting the like button, hitting the subscription button, and let's continue to grow stronger, guys. We have been here for the Diamond League stop. We'll try our best to continue to be here for all the stops. So wherever you are in the world, hit the like button, hit the subscription button, turn on your post notification bell so you can be here. And we keep it real and respectful. We like to acknowledge you so you recognize that we're always in the chat trying to acknowledge you, big you up, and we keep it going like that. This is a warm place to be. All right, so fantastic. Ovi, I don't know. I'm coming over to you. Beatrice Chebet, your thoughts on that one?
Well, big up to everyone who's here, who is supporting Kenya, and who is supporting Beatrice. A top class performance, a performance of the highest caliber. And I tell you, she has everything now: world record, world leading, and meeting record. She has been an athlete that has been really consistent, and she totally deserves this. So just bigging up Kenya right now, and wishing her all the best. Hopefully she'll keep getting better and keep healthy heading toward the world championship. But she is doing really, really well, and we have to salute her for her good performances. And not only just this one, as I said, it has been a body of work. She has been doing really, really well. And if you are here from Kenya, make sure you drop your Kenyan flag in the chat so we can big up you guys. If you're here, you haven't liked, haven't subscribed yet, now is a good time to show us some support. Support your team, support your athletes, support your country. We really appreciate having you here. But another top class performance from Beatrice. And, she is making this event her own. Coming back over to you.
All right, fantastic. So the next event on screen will be the 400 meters for men. All right, so that is coming up in a little bit. So just to give you in the context of the world lead is 43.76 held by the South African, all right, Nene. And in and the meeting record set back in 2022 by Norman, so Michael Norman of the US, 43.60. All right, so Charles of Great Britain comes in with a season best of 44.64. Muzala of Zambia comes in with 44.56 season best time. Alexander of Belgium comes in with 44.66 season best time. Caleb of the US 43.91, that's the time. Matthew Hudson Smith of Great Britain 44.37. All right. Christopher Bailey of the US 44.17. All right, then we have Jackery of the US 43.98, followed by Kirani James of Grenada 44.89. All right, so that's the next event there. And let me just go back in the chat here. Roger is saying, so the men's 100 took place, Roger, so we're waiting for the women's 100, all right? Charity is saying, and Ethan, they're saying, subscribe to this channel, guys. Let us support this lady, all right? Kenyans, let us show her love. We are good at supporting others. Thank you so much, Charity and Ethan. So, really appreciate that. So, all the Kenyans who have hit that like button, subscription button, thank you. And to everyone else who have done that, to the silent supporters, listeners, really appreciate you as well. All right. Miss Chin is saying this track is very fast, and as you can see, they're fast enough. The 400 meters on its way there on screen. All right, we're definitely watching along as they hit that 150 heading to the 200-meter mark. All right, we'll definitely see what happens. Caleb there, Andrew, and we see Bailey coming in there at about 250. Let's see what happens as they get closer to that 400 meters mark. Otsa Smith going in that number one spot. Caleb there. And just look at that. All right, so we're definitely getting to the finish. And let's see, Hudson Smith 44.10 takes that, and it's a season best for him. Bailey 44.15 PB. Jackery 44.31 and 44.45 for Caleb, followed by, let's see here. So we're definitely just waiting for that to come up. All right, Mazala 44.49, 44.65 for Charles, Kirani 44.80 season best there, Alexander 45.68. So let me just take a quick look in the chat here. Oliver from TNT, my doubles friend. Welcome, welcome. Donovan is saying, I'm not too sure what that comment is about, Donovan, but welcome. And Namara there, congratulations to Shabet. All right. And look at the time now. Fantastic. Yes, guys. So as you enter, come on, hit the like button. Seems as if we need about 56, is that 56 or so to get to the 200 mark in the context of likes. So let's keep going. Let's keep hitting that subscription button as we continue to grow stronger together. So welcome one, welcome all. So that was a well contested 400 meters that you can see on screen there. Hudson Smith just having that endurance to push along over Christopher Bailey for that one. So let's take a look at the next event that is going to be on the track. All right, so we are definitely getting closer. So we have just seen the 400 for men. The next event on the track is going to be the 400 meters for women. All right, so let's just look at the lineup here. And just for us to have this one going here, and we'll definitely see what happens in a little bit. All right, so the names here: Rosie of the US, Rashidat of Ireland, Isabella of the US, Sydney Levrone McLaughlin, or Sydney McLaughlin Levrone, all right, of the US, Alia of the US, Dejanay Oakley of Jamaica, Bailey, all right, Lair of the US, Alexis Holmes is not going to start this one. All right, so that's the lineup there. And then I will show you the times here, World Lead meeting record. All right, those are the times. All right, so Ovi, I am coming over to you. Any thoughts here so far? Just let me know.
Yeah, I'm just expecting Amy to do really, really well in this one. She has always, gone out there and put in a good shift when it's time for her to run. But a decent field, and it's going to be a very interesting race. So hopefully we'll get a good one coming out there. Hopefully our Jamaican girl Oakley can put in a good performance as well. So let's see how this one pans out. But it's really, really a good look here. And I heard somebody mentioning that it's a fast track, so we can expect some good, good time coming through. As I go over to the chat, I see Eco saying Sydney for this one as well. I just want to say, take time out to welcome each and everyone who's here with us. We really appreciate having you here, and we especially love having persons who stick and stay with us. We know that some persons you have been here with us all the time. Once we are live, you're here, and we definitely appreciate you. For the persons who are here for the first time, if you've just subscribed, you're a new subscriber, let us know in the chat so we can give you a good voices in education welcome. We do that for our subscribers. We really appreciate your support. And we appreciate every little thing that you do, every comment, every like, every subscription, and every share. We definitely appreciate you being here and participating in with us. We love the interaction. So guys, let's keep the chat going. Let's keep the chat going, and let us know your thoughts in there. Namara, all right, so and Antonio, 100, not so sure what you're saying there, but you're saying that Sakar will win the 100 meters, I guess. Okay, and not so sure what you're saying with that one, Namara. But Miss Chin, big up yourself. So we have Miss Chin, a new member here. We're really, really happy to have Miss Chin with us. We are happy that you saw it fit to hit that like button and that subscription button. And now you are one of the newest members here. This is a safe space in which we are able to communicate. We share information about the topic at hand, and we are a big family here. But Miss Chin, you being here makes it just a little bit sweeter. So thank you for being here. Thank you for hitting that subscription button, and welcome to the Voices in Education family. I'm going to go down the chat, and I'm seeing Job saying proud to be Kenyan, and she's supporting Faith. Thank you for and all right. So Faith Pagan and Beatrice. So she's wishing them all the best. And she's saying that Kenyans they don't disappoint. So really thank you for your comment here. Roger is in the building as well. And Roger is saying clear win for Sydney in the 400 meters. And she's saying that the Jamaican will get the second place. So thank you so much for, your comments in the chat. We really appreciate having you here. You're most welcome, Miss Jill. Really appreciate you being here. And stick and stay with us. Make sure you turn the post notification on so that to when we get back to going live again, we are able to have you here with us. Coming back over to you.
All right, fantastic, fantastic. So, guys, I'm on screen here is the 100-meter hurdles. All right, so this wasn't a part of the Diamond League event, so they're not getting points toward the Diamond League, but this happened earlier. Akira Nugent of Jamaica took that in 12:32. All right, and Toby of Nigeria in the number 2 spot, 12:38, followed by Kendra 12:50, Massey 12:50 there, and we see that yellow card. Daniel of Jamaica 12:51, Tonya Marshall 12:57, and Alia 12:98. And let me just bring it to the results for the 400. All right, my bad there, but we're gonna get there. All right, so that we can see here. All right, so as you can see here, Sydney McLaughlin, all right, took this one, all right, in 49:43, all right, and that's a season best, followed by Alia Butler, 49:86, Isabella, 50:81, Adeliki, 51:33, Dejanay Oakley, 51:45, Rosie 5162, 5183 for Bailey. And let me tell you, Sydney, she was just out when she came off that bend. There's no one stopping Sydney at that point. She was very easy, not a lot of effort, I would say, expended there for this one. So for sure, she's a fantastic athlete, a competitor, very strong, and it shows when she shows up on the track for sure. All right, so again, welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. All right, so if you're just tuning in, happy to have you here. The next event on the track is going to be the 800 meters for women final, and that will be followed by the 3,000-meter steeplechase for women. All right, so we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting to that 100 meters final. So let me just get that up. So that comes up in about 2 minutes. So let me just put that up on screen here for you to have that information so we don't miss it like the last time there. All right, so again, welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you here with us. All right, and let us just continue to grow stronger together. All right, so we have Alima of Uganda in this one, Shafiqua of St. Vincent, Prudence, all right, of South Africa, all right, Ating Mo, and now married, all right. Nikolaev or Nikolaev. All right. I'm not sure I'm getting all of these names correct, but Mary Mora of Kenya is in this one. Anais of France. Worknesh, all right, of Ethiopia. Gemma of Great Britain. All right. Duguma of Ethiopia. Raven of the US. And we have Michaela there, the pacer in this one. Now, this is going to be a fantastic race. All right. Definitely looking out for Prudence to see what Prudence is going to bring to this one. I'm definitely looking out for Mary Mora. Definitely looking out for Ating to see what she's going to bring. So, a good one this to watch. This is going to be a good one to watch, guys. So happy to have you here. And let me quickly go into the chat here. And come on, guys, continue to hit the like button, hit the subscription button as we continue to grow stronger together. We're not yet at 200 likes. Let's get to 250 likes by the time it is for the 100 meters for women. And we're about 4 races or so before we get there. All right, so just do it now. Just 100 likes to go for 100. That would be fantastic. All right, so just looking in the chat here. All right, hoping for a Jamaican to be placed. I guess that was the 400 there, Ilton. And is there any Kenyan running in the steeplechase? I'll check that, but I don't want to move the screen because I don't want to miss this one. Any moment now, you'll see that screen going for the 800 meters. All right, and let's see here. Sena, thanks for hearing this, plus the sweet voice of the child in the background. Looking forward to Faith. Thank you. So hearing that little one there, fantastic. And we do what we do because life happens. Sometimes we're busy, sometimes we're on the road, guys, and we're just trying to bring you the updates as best as we can. So really fantastic. And it's just life, and we're all here, and that is why we make this space such a wonderful one. So I appreciate that comment, Sena. Miss Chin, Sydney always on her A game, so consistent. Is she running 400 plus the 400 hurdles? I will not be surprised. Right now, Sydney can do anything she like. And as we look there, Prudence there in the number one spot, followed by Shafiqua, Alima, and we'll keep going. So we'll see what happens once the pacer comes out, but just follow that one on screen. All right, so again, welcome. And Malik, welcome. And Malik, we're doing our best. All right, so welcome. Mary the veteran is still competitive, so that's what Eco is sharing there. All right, as you can see, the pace that they're hitting, the athletes hitting that 400 meters mark. So we'll definitely see what happens here for sure. All right, so we'll just keep watching here. 500 meters. As I get back in the chat, KJ saying, Sienna or Sena, love your comment. All right, fantastic. 600, it's the Guma. And let's see here, Prudence is there as well. Mary Mora comes up. But let's see what happens here in this one. All right, Namara. All right, Prudence there is saying you need to congratulate Shakari in advance. I'm not looking for, well, Namara, if Shakari wins, then that would be fantastic. But I doubt she's going to take this one. Let's see. Let's see how good that is. All right. And this is the 800 meters for women. And it's Duguma taking this one of Ethiopia, 157.10. Is there anyone in here tuning from Ethiopia? All right, congratulations to Duguma. Prudence in the number 2 spot, 157.16. And let's see what happens here with these times coming in. Alima there, 157.89. All right, so we'll just keep watching those times on screen there as I go back in the chat. Remember, we need to get to about 250 likes before the 100 meters for women comes up. All right, and so welcome there, Barbara. No, Anne-Marie, that is coming up. Nadine, welcome. Well, you would have missed the 100 meters for men, so a few races for sure. All right, so welcome. And Barbara is saying Julian Alfred all the way. So Juju. All right, guys, let us see. Where are we with the likes? We need to get to 250 at minimum. We're almost at 400 here. And let me tell you, it was just a close run there between Prudence, as you can see with the time, and Duguma. All right, so Alima there is in the number 3 spot, 157.89. All right. So we're definitely getting there. So come on, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscription button. Come on, come on. Can I get 20 persons to hit the like button and 20 to hit that subscription button? And let us just continue to grow stronger together. Kishane Thompson won, Nadine. All right, so that's the situation there. So the next event that comes up is the steeplechase for women, and we're going to watch that one on screen as well. So I'm just going to get that up for you so that we can have that going. So now, guys, we need to get to the likes. All right, I just asked for 20 likes and 20 subscriptions. And I know someone asked earlier about the steeplechase. All right, so here we have on screen Kaylee of the US. All right, Alemnat of Ethiopia, Valerie of the US, Lexi of the US, Marwa of Tunisia, Olivia of the US, Pamela of Kenya, Gabriel of the US, Alice of France, Lomi of Ethiopia, Nora, followed by Felicitas. Then we have Sembo of Ethiopia, Courtney of the US, Perut of Uganda, Faith of Kenya, Winfred, Bahrain. All right, and then we have the pacer there, Chris Lynn. All right, so we'll definitely see what happens in this one. So we're going to watch on screen. And as you can see, the world lead, Fate, all right, 8:53:37. And the meeting record is 8:50:66. All right, so both ladies are here, the older of the world lead, as well as the meeting record. So we'll definitely see what happens in this one for sure. Again, welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. So the next event that follows the 3,000 meters will be the 200 meters for men. All right, so let me see what's happening here in the chat. Come on, guys. Let's get the likes going. We're almost at 200 likes, so let's get to the 200 mark. Then we get to the 250. Come on, man. We're over 300, so we have the numbers. So close the X, hit that thumbs up button. All right, let me get back in the chat here. Tech Gaming, welcome, welcome. And Nadine is saying big up. I guess that's for Shane Kwame. All right, Jamaica is here. And thanks for being here, Tech Gaming. And congratulations, Alima. That's Namara there. And Andrietta, all the best to Fate. All right, the younger Fate in the 3,000 meter steeplechase. All right, Timisha, hello and welcome. And Miss Chin is saying Alfred to win, Tina for the number 3 spot. All right, and Kennedy here, all the best Fate. So Kenyans are here. Vibes with Sandy. No, that is coming up. So ensure that you hit the like button. We need to get to 250 likes. All right, before the 200. So can I get 20 persons to hit the like button and 20 persons to hit that subscription button? Let's just continue to grow strong. And I see that we're over the 200 mark. So let's go. We need about at least 49 more. Let's keep going. Guys, once you like, YouTube will recommend and more people get to come over here. We're trying to get to that 10K mark. So all the persons here, just share, tell a friend. So I'm looking forward to seeing more Kenyans here. The support, Ugandans, and yeah, Jamaicans for sure. I see some Americans here. Roll call, roll call. Where are you tuned in from? I know Kenya is here, St. Lucia is here, Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, US, Canada. Are you here? Papa Boss, welcome. And Roger is saying it's between Alfred and Tina. All right, Tina will be also running for her sister Tia, because lots to do where that is concerned. Tina for the win. It's going to be a fierce one. And I am so happy. Whatever the outcome is, I am so happy that Tina gets to line up with that competition. And look on screen, guys, 400 meters there. All right, popping in, and we'll keep watching this one on screen here. Again, it's the 3,000 meters steeplechase for women. Just to have that, fierce competition there. So, yeah, I'm happy for that. That is definitely available to her. All right. Tuyan, welcome. All right, so Jamaica, I see here. Come on, guys, we're getting closer to the that mark. Let's go. We need some more likes and some subscriptions as we get closer to that point. All right, I am also going to just go to a little bit of music here while we just watch on screen, all right? All right. Fantastic, guys. Thanks for still being here. I'm not sure with the timing there on screen, but hopefully that pops back in. All right, so I'm just looking in the chat here, and Namara, for sure, I see your predictions. All right, in that context, and Papine. All right, American here to see Shakari. All right, Sena. Mm. Okay, Eco is saying Alfred, Melissa, Tina, Kwame. So Canada is tuned in. All right up there with you. Clayton win, lose or draw. All right, Donovan, welcome. It is possible, Alfred, Tina, Melissa. All right, so we'll definitely see what happens. And I am wondering, do you believe that the Grand Slam would have an effect on the results today? For example, we know that, Melissa did a few slams in that context. So would that be something to look out for in the context of the results of this one? But for sure, a big race, and we are definitely here to see that. So guys, we're not yet at 250 likes, so we need to get there. All right, we need a few more likes to go. So come on, hit the like button, hit the subscription button. Can we get 10 persons? Let's do it in 10. So 10 persons to hit that like button and 10 persons to hit that subscription button. Wasn't a part of the Diamond League counts, so they're not getting points from that 100 hurdles. But she did. Toby Amusan was in the number 2 spot there for that one. And the times are coming in, and I'm not sure why we're not seeing. So let me just try this one more time and just see if we can actually see the sometimes here. And it's the same there. So let me just do another check here. Again, welcome one, welcome all. And it's the same thing. So it's just not our fault. All right. So just to let you know that. But we'll definitely keep you posted as to the results for the 3,000 meters steeplechase. All right, so we'll try to ensure that we are on top of things for that as we try to monitor different, devices. All right, Conroy, welcome, Jamaica, and then it's Tina Alfred Richards. So we have, and now you see the times there, Winfred, meeting record, and we're leading time 8:45:25. Fate in the number 2 spot, 8:48:71. So a big congratulations there for Winfred meeting record and we're leading time. Perut next, 8:51:77, followed by Nora, 8:59:46. Then we have Sembo, 8:59:90, and the remaining times will populate on your screen, so we'll just look out for those times as they pop up. All right, again, welcome one, welcome all. So guys, we're getting closer, so let's go. Cheryl, welcome. And Cheryl is saying Shakari Alfred, then Jefferson. All right. Janelle is saying Richardson for the number 1 spot. And let me tell you guys, if Shakari should ever win, we should hear from Justin. Justin, I know you're secretly listening, All right. Big up yourself. All right. So again, welcome one, welcome all. All right, we're getting there. Yes, guys, hit the like button, hit that subscription button. Let us just continue to grow stronger together. All right, we're on the road to 10K, guys. 10K subscribers, and we'll definitely see what happens. It's about 3 or so races away, Janelle, but I'll check on that. All right. So, Ovi, I'm not sure if you're there on the other side.
Me no gone away. Me there, same way. I'm
All
still here,
right.
still here. Still here. I'm watching the chats, and it's really interesting the predictions that are coming in for the 100 meters women's race. Lots of persons saying Alfred and Melissa, and I'm going to join in the Clayton band. I'm jumping on that bandwagon there, but it's going to be a good race, guys. And if Shakari is supposed to win, or if she gets to win this one, or she wins this one, it's going to be a big run from her, and that will make sure that the 100 meters for women will be the best race probably coming up in the world champs, because lots of women vying for that 100 meters race. But I'm going to go Clayton, Alfred, and then Melissa for the third spot. So that's my prediction. Let me know who what's the placing, how your athletes would place in that 100 meters race. So get into the chat, guys, and let us work that one out. Really looking forward to hearing from you in that regard. Thank you, guys, for all the persons who have hit the subscription button and also who has hit the like button. We are over 200 likes now. And I'm just going to beg you guys, once you're here and you haven't closed the chat, just know it's a good time. Close the chat, hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscription button. Let us know in the chat so that we can give you a good, strong voices in education. Welcome. So just help us to continue to grow. And if you're here, it means that you like this spot. So if you like it, just like it. All right. Looking
Fantastic.
forward to.
So quickly on that note, Ovi, I'm just looking at the lineup there quickly because I need to go to that 200 lineup on screen. Shakari is going to be in lane 6, Julian Alfred in lane 5, Tina Clayton in 7. I know, I that is just a little belief. Shakari seems to run better outside of the pressure points. So we'll just watch and see what happens if Alfred Tina Clayton will be too much of a pressure there. She would have been perhaps a little bit more comfortable between TT Terry and Jefferson. So TT Terry will be in lane 3, Jefferson in lane 4. So we'll definitely see what happens. But she is going to be between Alfred and Tina Clayton. All right, so on screen now we have the 200 meters for men coming up in a little bit, in about 2 minutes or 1 minute or so. Aaron Brown of Canada running from lane 1. His season best is 20:35. Kyrie King of the US, 20:28 season best time. Robert of the US 2024 season best time. Joseph Fambule of Liberia 2007 season best time. Courtney Lindsay of the US 2004. All right, season best time. Alexander Ogando 1986 season best time out of Dominican Republic. All right, let's see. Tebogo of Botswana 2010. That's the season best. Jareem Richards of Trinidad and Tobago, so doubles friends, 1986 season best time. And of course, Brian Lavelle, straight out of the 876 Jamaica, 2010. That's the season best time. So that's the next event on the track that we're definitely going to look out for. All right, so in a little bit, we should see the times moving there on screen. All right, so that should be fantastic to watch. 1952 is a meeting record, Lyles, back in 2021. And as you can see there, McCallum, 1983, the world leading time. All right, so we'll definitely see what happens in this one for sure. And let me just take a quick peek in the chat here. And guys, let us just continue to grow stronger together. All right. And hit that like button and the subscription button. All right. That is definitely important. All right. So let's see here. All right. James is saying congrats to Winfred. All right. That was a fantastic run. All right. And Shirley saying Kishane barely won. All right. Let's take a look at this race here on screen. All right, and we'll definitely see what happens in this one for sure. All right, so let's see here. Not gonna say anything, but let's see what happens in this one. All right, and look at that. Just look at that. Aaron Brown was talking about let's see, let Tobago on a podcast or something there, but look at that. Look at, and then he was talking about let's see little Tobago, and he's a part of this race. So that was like the weird part of that conversation. All right, 1976 New World lead. All right, congratulations to let's see let Tobago of Botswana. Courtney, 1987. Next, Alexander, 1994. Greg, Ray 2004, Jareem 2023, Brian Level 2025, Aaron Brown 2044, Fambule 2053, and Kyrie 2067. And by the way, Kung Fu Kenny, was not able to run this one. And he said, based on what he was feeling, he's going to focus on the US trials. So he pulled out of this one for sure. But for sure, this was a fantastic run. And, let's see, Lay saying, you don't know about me. I just need to know about myself. All right. So just to let you know that. All right. And I see you there, Roger Kishane one. For sure. And level there. All right. So we'll definitely see Eco here. Shakari. She will not be in the frame, all right. And Jeanette, welcome. Linking from London. So welcome. We have some persons from the UK here for sure. And Donovan there, come on, level. All right, Namara, so happy to see Alexander Ogando on the lineup. And good luck there for level. Come on, guys. We are not yet at the 250 likes. We're almost there. So let's get there. And dipping under 20 seconds at this time is a big deal. All right, so we'll definitely see what happens. So, Avi, do you have any comments on this one before we move to the next event, the 200 meters for men? Coming over to you. Avi?
Yes, you are you
Okay,
hear me
go
now?
ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
A good race from Toboggan. He looks confident and he seemed very impressed with the race that he ran. I like the kind of attitude that he's putting forward. Saying that I had this to win. I came out there and I destroyed the field, so to speak. So that's good. And again, it's good for him to get that dominant win there in the United States. Another one of the sprint events that the US usually, compete very well in. So just stating his claim on the 200 meters, saying that I am here. So, if you want to come with your A game and try and unseat me from this one. So good to see him there putting in a good performance and, taking this one. So all the best to him going forward. Brian didn't he ran a good race from out of eight, that's level, but finished down the track. But I think a fairly good performance from him just the same. But Tobago had this one wrapped up pretty early. A brilliant run from him.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much. So we're one race away from the 100 meters, guys, and we need it looks like about at least 10 more likes to get to that 250 mark. So let's do that and ensure that you're hitting the subscription button as well. That is definitely important as we continue to grow stronger together. All right. So again, welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. So we are one race. So this is the final Bowman Mile. All right. And you can see the athletes there on screen. All right. So we'll have Abel, Neil, Grant, Reynald, Hobbs, Festus, Neil, Olivia, Cameron, Timothy, Jake, Stefan, Azedine, and let's keep going here. Yared, Cole, and we have Abraham as the pacer in this one. So this is going to take us somewhere about 3 minutes and 40 something seconds there ish. All right, so we'll definitely see what happens. And look at the world lead there, Jacob 3:45.14. And the meeting record also held by Jacob 3:43.73. All right, so we're getting closer. We're getting closer. All right. Marcy is saying thanks. You are doing a good job. Thank you so much, Marcy. And we're so happy to have you here with us. All right. As we try our best to bring you the updates. So come on, guys. Can I get 10 persons right now or everybody to like and subscribe? If you have not yet hit the subscription button, come on, man. Let's do this in fine style. All right, let's do this in fine style. All right, let's do this. Let's get there. Let's get there. On your mark, get set, go. We have 3 minutes to do that. So let's do it right now. Everybody, if you have not yet hit the like button, if you have not yet hit the subscription button, what are you waiting for? And ensure that while you're subscribing, you tap the bell and select all so that you do not miss any updates from our channel. So you need to ensure that you are turning on that post notification. All right, that is definitely important. All right, as we bring you the updates in the context of the Diamond League stops. And if you're interested in that, you can definitely continue. We'll be here and we'll go straight into the championships. We want to also bring the USA trials as well because a lot of us were interested in seeing that. All right, so that is definitely important. So the next Diamond League stop will be on July 11, all right, in Monaco. So you want to ensure that you're sticking and staying with us for that. All right, so the next stop is on July 11, so next week, Friday in Monaco. All right, so ensure that you're sticking and staying with us as we await this event. So in any moment now, we should see the times moving there on screen. And again, we really appreciate all the support here. And you see that what support can do. Donovan is saying 255. All right. And Roger is saying, good job. You're doing too. All right. Fantastic. Donovan there giving us updates after updates. Tebogo was a favorite when Kenny withdrew. All right. So we'll definitely see, hopefully. Well, I guess we might see them for Worlds, right? All being well. So we want the athletes to be well because we want the best of the best to be showing up at the line. That is where all the excitement comes in for sure. All right. So as you can see there on screen, event is moving. So we'll keep watching that one on screen All right. So Tech Gaming is saying whenever I am listening to your channel, I feel like I am in the stadium. I am happy that you can feel that way, that we're bringing the vibe there, Tech Gaming. And again, we want everyone to get a sense of what is happening for sure. So, guys, we're less than about 3 minutes. All right, we're getting closer to that 100 meters for women. Now is the time to make your pick. One final pick in the chat. One, two, three. Your top three. First, second, and third. Let's just do that. And please remember to support us. If you want to get super in the chat with a super chat, super sticker, we appreciate that too. Easiest ways to support us: like and subscribe, share. Yes, tell a friend to tell another friend about the Voices in Education. Remember, you can always bank on it. Yes, you can put 1 million subscribers on it. That's what we want. So hit the like button, hit the subscription button. And as you can see there, you're red. Just about there in the 500 meters. Abel, then Cole, all right, excluding the pacer there in the lead. All right, fantastic, fantastic. Well, Miss Chin, you'll have to find that, Miss Chin. All right, so again, welcome one. Well, you always give a good vibes. Thank you so much, Tech Gaming, and you guys also. You give us good vibes in the chat. All right, and Malik, hello. I am not seeing anything. Malik, you're not seeing anything on your screen right now? All right, and Cheryl is saying Richardson, then Alfred, then Jefferson. All right, so that's it for Cheryl. Richardson first, Alfred, then Jefferson. And Olivia is saying Juju, Tina, then Shakari. All right, Miss Chin is saying Alfred, Jefferson, then Tina. And Bernard is saying, Lucia pressure, we're running on diesel this time around. Dust them off, Juju. All right, Eco. Um, okay. All right, welcome one, welcome all. So happy to have you guys here with us. Let's continue to hit that subscription button, hit that, share button, the like button. Let's just continue to grow stronger together. All right, so the final time should be popping up any moment here. So we'll just wait to see what happens on screen. But for sure, we're not going to wait too long before they get to the 100 meters. All right. Perhaps we'll see a accelerated leading time. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I know Julian is going to be fierce. She's not going to let anybody stop her. So we'll see what happens. All right. We'll definitely see what happens in this one for sure. And Eco is saying still Julian, Melissa, and Tina. Yvonne, welcome. Which race, Yvonne? You mean the 100 it's coming up next? And let's see here. All right, so let's see if we can figure this one out. And let's just try here quickly because I'm not too sure what's going on the screen, but we'll try to figure that out. Yared seemed to lose that one on the line there. All right, so there we go. Neil's taking that one 3:45.94 and Yared 3:45.95. So I'm telling you, he literally lost it on the line. Yared just didn't have enough endurance to push him over there. Then followed by Azedine, 3:46.65. Cole, 3:47.46. Cameron, 3:47.50. Timothy, 3:47.71. And you'll see the remaining times there populating on screen. All right, so soup, let me hear you in the chat. What comes next? Soup, put it in there. Oh, under pressure. All right, so let's just go to that screen because we're not going to miss it. We're not going to miss it. And I know we're not going to spoil it for you. We're just going to let you watch it on screen and we talk about the race. Because I'm going to try and contain my excitement. All right. So look at this now. The world leading time 10:73. All right, Melissa Jefferson. Meeting record, 10:54. Elaine Thompson Hera. Big up yourself, Elaine. All right, double. And look at the lineup here. Running out of lane one. Favor of Feely. 1087 season best. All right. Dina Asher Smith, all right, and Favor there, Nigeria. But Favor, I believe, has switched allegiance to Turkey. All right, Dina Asher, Great Britain, 1093, season best. TT Terry in lane number 3, 1085. All right, that's the season best. Followed by Melissa Jefferson, we know, 1073, season best, and that's also our PB. All right, in lane five, Julian Alfred Juju, straight out of St. Lucia. All right, 1075, season best. All right, Shakari Richardson, running from lane six, season best, 1147. That should be lowered today. Tina Clayton, all right, running from lane seven. And season best 1081, same for a PD. Recently, PB recently got that. And Marie Jose Talou. All right, Cote d'Ivoire 1092, season best, followed by Maya. All right, 1102. So this is the field, this is the lineup. All right, and it comes up in about 3 minutes or so. All right, so this is a big race followed by another big race where they're expecting a record. All right, so, and let's see here, let's see here, and trying to catch up with the comments. All right, Shirley saying Tina, love her, but she will be in the number 5 spot. All right, Donovan is saying the meet record 1054 by Elaine of Jamaica for sure. And Oliver is saying they say 544. Not too sure about that. Oliver, let us know what you're talking about. I'm bringing my home girl. All right, Tech Gaming. And 100 meters there. Donovan 257. All right, those are the likes. All right, come on, guys. We got to the 250. Hit us up, man. Hit us up. Let's keep going. And is this all right? The she wolf, Julian, all the way. All right, Janelle is saying pressure. All right, Sean, Juju, Jefferson, and then Tina. And Gordon is saying, Pascal is saying, Juju, Cheryl is saying, one Tina, guys. So was Tina can win the race? What if there is an upset in this one? All right, let's see though. But I know Julian is going to fight. Julian is a competitor, fierce competitor. Kizzy, Lord bless Juju and Tina. Hot soup. All right. And Olivia, the start time in a few, perhaps a minute or so from now. Just watch your screen. We're not going to spoil it. Ovi, I'm coming over to you. 10 seconds.
Boy, oh boy, you're not giving me much. Not giving me more than 10 seconds, but you
All
know,
right,
they don't need
11.
that much. They
11.
don't need they don't need it. It's fine. It's quite fine. But I tell you, this is going to be a defining moment in the 100 meters for women. So the results will have us talking after this race. It's going to show where Shakari is at. Julian, as you said, is a serious competitor. Tina coming back into her own. And you know, you have the likes of Asher Smith and Talu who are always there, and you can't rule out Jefferson either. So it's going to be interesting. This race is going to be really defining here. But yeah, a quick question: do you think they did lane draws for this event?
Must. I don't know how they do it. Is the question. I don't know, but must.
So let's see how this one goes. I think I might have run out of time. Back over to you.
All right, so guys, any second now, and I'm not going to spoil it, but I can tell you, Shakari looks a little, I don't know, almost like in the middle, somewhat nervous, somewhat ready. Tina Clayton looks a little nervous. That's how I'm reading it, but let's see. I don't know how to read that, but we're just waiting here to see what happens. All right, so guys, we are definitely waiting on this one. One Tina and Iko is saying this is like an Olympic final. One Tina. Again, the lineup is on your screen there. Tina for the win there. So we'll see what happens in this one. And as you can see there, guys, the race is off. It's now or never. Let's see here. Let's see here. Not going to spoil it. Not going to spoil it. Look at that. 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 And guys, Melissa 1075, Alfred 1077, as you can see, Talu 1090, Tina 1102, Favor Ophelia 1109. And let me tell you, Jefferson is well boosted up. Like Supper Jen is like, oh, come on. I did this. Richardson finished there in the number 9 spot. All right, you can see the times there. But Jefferson and, Alfred, they were very close. But Jefferson, just so happened to push. She got a very good start. She got a fantastic start. She and Julian Alfred ran neck to neck until that final dip. Yeah, so it was neck to neck, as you can see the time. But Ovi, I'm going to come over to you to talk us through this one.
All right, I'm back with my a renewed 11 seconds. So it's a brilliant race, to be honest. A great start for Jefferson. Juju had lots of work to do in the first 40 meters or so, and she came back into the race. But to be honest, Melissa got her with the start. Juju had too much to do early in the race, and she was able to edge her out in the final the last few meters of that one. But I'm telling you, it's a red hot event, the 100 meters for the females. You know, it is clear to see that if the start was even, then maybe Juju would just get the better of Jefferson. But I tell you, not much between those two athletes, as you can see the time, 200 of second difference. But both athletes went out really, really well. And, Jefferson taking that one with the better start. And I must say for Talu did really, really well. And she has been there up and about for a number of years, and she did really well to come through for that one. Good run from Tina, not able to make the podium in this one. But you know, Julian and Melissa seem to be a step or two ahead of the competitors. So We'll have to watch this event going forward really, really well. Jefferson looks really confident and she's saying, boy, guys, I'm here. So she's making her, she's putting her name in the ring and say, here I am. I did not get that world leading just by chance. Coming out here and doing really, really well. So that's pretty much what I have to say about this one. Shakari, 11, 19 seasons best. She is not in any good form, and I'm hoping that she'll continue to improve. But it's good to see her up and running. And we must say kudos to Dina Asher Smith and TT Terry and also McCoy as well. Coming back over to you.
Fantastic, and thank you so much. Definitely big congratulations to Melissa Jefferson Wooden for taking that one. And guys, they're running a negative wind, so that tells you how good these athletes are in the context of these times, 10.75, 10.77, 10.90, 11.02. So some fantastic times here. And again, I like to see when they line up. And as I shared earlier, win, lose or draw, where Tina is concerned, it's good exposure there. So we go to the 1500 meters, all right, the final event, and we are expecting a world record run somewhere in this one. All right, so we're definitely expecting that. So in a little bit you will see that on screen going, but just to let you know, we have Faith Kipiegan, Sage in this one, Sarah, Elise, Emily, Erin, Sinclair, Saran, Shelby, Heather. All right, Lokeo, Deribe, Jessica, Nikki. All right, Helu, Georgia. So we'll see what happens in this one. Sage the pacer there, the Worley 3:53.92, meeting record 3:50.72, held by Faith Kipiegan. All right, so I see, congratulations there in the chat for Tina. So let me just quickly look here. From Tuan there, Donovan saying good race. Cheryl there, congratulations to Tina. And you can see, guys, on screen that race is going, as well as Janelle, Donovan, congrats Jefferson, and Panache. Okay, I see that with no wind. Mary, we're still proud of Julian. Absolutely. Congratulations, Tina, OBT there. And good try, Tina. And Hilton, sorry, Tina, but enough love nevertheless. And I see the St. Lucian flag there. I was hoping for sub 11 from Tina. All right, mindset. All right, and Charity and Ethan, Faith Kipiegan, and that's the expectation for this one. Eco is saying, good try, Tina. Tech Gaming, I'm still happy for our little darling. Big up Jamaica. And I love that Namara is back in the chat saying congratulations to Talu. She's still strong. And to also Jefferson, because you had Shakari in there. All right. So again, welcome. I guess we're not going to hear from Justin, but as you can see there, 1,200 meters. Let's see. We're just watching on screen there to see what's happening. And I'm not too sure with these meters, but we'll definitely see what's happening for sure as it relates to this one. All right, so we'll see what happens as the times come in here. All right, so again, we'll see. And Jacqueline Johnson, welcome. All right, big up Tina and congrats there to Julian. Good try, Tina. All right, from Joseph, welcome. And I just need to refresh this thing here to see if we can get a better view of what is happening on screen. All right, it should be almost all done, but let's just go back here to see what's going on. But all right, so we'll see what's going on. All right. All right, so that's the situation there on screen. So hopefully that gets updated pretty quickly. All right, so let's see here. John Leone. All right, I'm happy with Julian Alfred's performance. All right, she does not have to burn out herself. Leave it for the World Championships. Where I think she would take the gold. All right. Fantastic. African Reunited, welcome. Alfred Tina Wooden. All right. Karen, welcome. Congrats, Tina. You will get better. And Eco. All right. All right. Fantastic, guys. So, guys, do not leave without hitting the like button and the subscription button. All right. So, we'll see what Faith Kipiegan gets in this one for sure. And we're just waiting for the times to pop in here. All right, so Faith Kipi, you see the times coming up now. 3:48:68 is the unofficial. Oh my God, I told you guys that we're expecting a world record run from Faith Kipiegan, and that is why they had this race to end things because that was the expectation. Look at it 3:48:68, world record, Diamond League record, meeting record. Another Kenyan just smashed the world record. Faith Kipiegan. Woo! Congratulations. Kenyans, where are you? All right. Diribe of Ethiopia, 3:51:44. Jessica Hall, 3:52:67, followed by Georgia, 3:54:76, then Nikki, 3:55:96. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Where are my Kenyans? You showed up today and you just show off. The Kenyans, they did fantastic. I told you we were expecting a world record run from Faith Kipiegan, and look at that. She came out, she showed up, and definitely show off. So fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Kenyans, there is much to celebrate today. 2 world records? Come on. Way to go, way to go. All right, let's look in the chat here. Ah, Yulene, loving some Talu, still got it in her. All right, welcome, Yulene. All right, and Antonio, I'm not too sure, Antonio. She just came in the number 9 spot. That's Shakari. Kennedy is saying congratulations, Faith, and Charity and Ethan, congratulations, Faith. Indeed, we as Kenyans had faith in faith. All right. Fantastic. It was fantastic. Ovi, coming over to you. What are your views on this final run world record, meeting record, Diamond League record by Faith Kipiegan? Coming over to you.
Brilliant run by Faith Kipiegan. I tell you, she was pretty much running against the clock because she dismissed the field, and she had it in mind to get the record today, and she executed a brilliant race. She's in a class by herself, and I always say when you're in your best form, you try your best to capitalize on that form, and I think that's what she did. She ran the world record here, so she will have that. So that pressure will be off her. So when she's performing, otherwise, she can definitely conserve her energy for the world championship because she knows that she is the world record holder. So congratulations to her once more, and big up Kenya. Kenya doing really, really well in this Diamond League stuff. Back over to you.
All right, fantastic. And, again, what a way to end this Diamond League event with Faith Kipiegan doing the do. All right, definitely. KJ saying Faith to the world. Ilton is saying Jamaicans, Kenyans, congratulations, I guess, on your wins, I suppose. And Meboob, congratulations, Faith. You did it well done, young lady. All right, fantastic. So, guys, this is where we're going to wrap this one up. Again, please, the next Diamond League stop is in Monaco next Friday. And we'll also have videos on this channel, highlights of different events. So we ask that you support us. If you see a video, all right, you should, share as well, and let us just continue to grow stronger together. Thank you so much. Ovi, do you have any final comments? And guys, we're taking final comments in the chat. All right, not hearing from Ovi. All right, but for sure, we
Here, if you
okay.
still need me. Yeah, I just want to say thanks to all the persons who came over and supported us today. We had a good time. Love the interaction. And welcome again to Miss Chin. Thank you for being here and hope you continue to stick and stay. And all the other new subscribers, really happy that you have decided to become a part of our team here. And we look forward to seeing you guys next week in the next Diamond League stop. Walk good and take care until. Back over to you.
All right, fantastic. So, guys, we thank you so much, and we just want to say, remember, with Christ in the vessel, you can definitely smile at the storm. All right, so thank you so much for all your support. To each and everyone who have hit that like button, subscription button, you have shared this channel. Thank you so much. Let us just continue to grow stronger together, and thanks for every single comment, because your comments, it helps us in terms of keeping us going. And we really appreciate the interaction. All right. And I'm seeing Malik, Eco there in the chat, Hilton, Joseph. All right. Again, you're all welcome. Thanks so much. And let's continue to support the athletes. Gail, all right. I see you there just popping in the chat. Fantastic. So, we're going to sign out. We're going to go to some music. And before you leave, remember to hit the like button and the subscription button, and drop your final comments while you hear the music going. Thank you so, so much. Blessings and love, everyone. And we'll see you in the next video or the next live. All right. So I'll just go to some music now.